this is Michelle, and welcome to our practical spirituality evening. I wanted to share a little bit with you about the spiritual law of miracles and how does miracles come about for us, and what can you do with your vibration and energy to increase that alignment to miracles, because miracles is a vibration that, that feeling. Can you recall the last time that you experienced something that you couldn't explain? Can you recall that moment when you experienced a synchronicity or a divine intervention, or a divine consequence or a coincidence, and you just couldn't explain it? Can you remember? And what was that feeling like for you? It was a feeling of, wow, I cannot believe this. You just can't explain this. So for a minute, just recall, how did you feel like at that moment when you received your miracle? How did it feel like? Did it feel, yes, obviously, gratifying, and perhaps maybe a little bit of humble, and perhaps maybe a whole lot of amazement and wonder at the world, and a whole lot of joy? Can you remember? Now it's that feeling that you want to capture. It's that vibration that if you hold it, that connects you with the vibration of miracles. And that is a lot what we are going to share with you this evening. When we look at the spiritual law of miracles, how does miracles occur, and what is the vibration of miracles? You know, the first two things that the universal laws speak of is unconditional love and forgiveness. Unconditional love and forgiveness are such divine energies that those are the energies that allow miracles to occur, because then you are out of judgment. Then you are in true faith. Then you are in divine understanding. Then you are detached and not attached to the outcome, because you've just released it. You've just sent love to a situation. You've just acted in kindness and unconditional love with no thought of return to yourself. You just moved to that place of divine understanding where you allowed yourself to forgive. And that energy opens up synchronicities, coincidences, changes of attitudes, an increase in faith that allows miracles to occur. You know that when we receive a miracle, it's almost like the spiritual law of miracle also says that it's a sign that, and I see it like it's a wink or a nudge from the universe to show you that you're on the right path, to show you that you are growing spiritually. Now, how can that be? Does it mean that if I don't receive my miracles as yet, that I'm not on the right path? No, not at all. When we allow ourselves to grow spiritually, when our eyes are just casted upon faith and forgiveness and gratitude and joy and working with the present moment, then we are not worried about what we have or what we don't have. Our eyes are not casted upon what we don't have yet. Our eyes are not casted upon the lack. our heart and our eyes are casted about the abundance that I have in this present moment. And with faith, which is a guarantee that what I have asked for, it's on its way to me. And so my faith is that I know that what I have asked for is on its way to me. And so therefore, in the present moment, I am focused on where I am now. I am focused on the unconditional love I can present to myself and another in this moment. I am focused on purifying my world so that I can clear out and direct a new energy outwards. So you see, in that vibration, miracles occur all the time. I want to ask you something. Have you noticed the miracles in your life on a daily basis? And I agree with you, Gabrielle, we all could do with a miracle at this time. And the beauty of it and the strength that we have currently is that consciousness is rising. So more and more people are opening up to their light, to purpose, to kindness, to humanity, to assisting one another, to sending prayers and forgiveness out into the world. More and more consciousness is rising. So there is an activation of higher energies, because the more and more we stand in faith and truth and love and light, the stronger our unity become, which then means that if consciousness is rising up, it just means that that is the activation of miracles, because now more and more of us are working in a higher frequency energy. What is this higher frequency energy? That is prayer. That is meditation. That is healing. That is manifestation. That is faith. That is truth. And so more and more you find yourself in a space where you are constantly looking at these things and asking, am I in my truth right now? We're asking ourselves, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to purify in my life? How must my attitude change to serve the greater good? And you're asking that question, and someone else is asking that question, and someone else is asking that question. And then we form groups, and then we're asking those questions together. And then we host Facebook Lives where we send love and prayers out into the world, and we gather together to hold the space for love and prayer. You see, that's the frequencies we need right now. And in this energy, that's where miracles occur. At the same time, you are growing spiritually. At the same time, you are rising above and you're experiencing feelings of peace and contentment no matter what is going on in the world. And you're experiencing healing, and you're experiencing provision, and you're experiencing that all of your needs are being met, and little by little. And that's a sign of spiritual growth. And that's a sign, that's the wink of the universe to say, keep on going, raise the vibration, keep on going, work on this level, activate those higher energies in your life, and then more and more synchronicities will occur. I don't think there's more synchronicities that occurs. I think they've always been there. I just think that maybe we haven't noticed them as much before, because before we weren't as aware as what we are now. Perhaps maybe we need the miracles more now, so our eyes are opened to look for and experience and become aware of the synchronicities, whereas before we maybe just didn't live in the moment. Perhaps maybe our spiritual growth and our personal growth wasn't as high up on our priority lists as what it is now. What does a miracle look like? Coincidences? You know, can you recall those moments where there was just this coincidence that you cannot explain it and science cannot explain it, but that was a coincidence? That's a miracle. And you know what? You will forever remember it. You will always remember that moment. So lock in that vibration. And we spoke a lot about synchronicities, because synchronicities is showing us that I'm at the right place at the right time. I'm listening to those little voices, to my gut feeling, to those little nuances that's pushing me into a direction that's saying, meet up with that one, see that one, email that one, make that call. Have you ever thought of doing this? Yes, that's a good idea. Follow up on that idea. And this is the place of miracles. This is the space of miracles. One sign of a miracle is also understanding and receiving heaven's help. And that comes with asking. You see, the main activator in all of this is the asking. You know, and whether you are asking for yourself, whether you are asking for someone else, asking is just a means of showing up and saying, I am calling this into my life because it will do so much good. I am calling this into my life because I am worthy and deserving. I am calling this into my life because this is purpose. I'm calling this into my life to serve. I'm calling this into my life because I know that I am on the receiving end of miracles every single day. So asking for heaven's help. And once you've asked and you hold that vibration of what we spoke about earlier, the love, the forgiveness, the faith, the joy, the gratitude, and you know, when we recall, that's such powerful. I've spoken about it a little bit earlier, but recall is such a powerful vibration, especially when you're feeling a little bit low, or you're feeling a little bit worried, or perhaps maybe you're getting a little bit impatient with the process of miracles. So if you recall the last time that you were on the receiving end of a miracle, if you recall the last time that something happened to you that you just cannot explain, and you were in awe and grateful, and you remember it, and you hold that vibration, and then you go, and yes, I'm here right now, I'm open to it, it can happen again. And if you hold this vibration, that ignites the process of the synchronicities and the coincidences and the miracles. A very important thing for us to do when we want to be on the receiving end of more miracles in our lives is to align our attitude accordingly. I'll give you an example. You know, when we carry anger or unforgiveness, or there's certain aspects of our lives that we need to heal. And sometimes we have a ritual where we write everything down on a piece of paper that we want to release, and we burn it. And once that piece of paper is burnt, I feel better. It feels like it's released. I feel free. I feel that the forgiveness is done. It's a symbolic act that proves to me that something has been transmuted. And the minute I know that I know that I know that something is transmuted, I find that there's an energy shift in me. Have you experienced that? How we do these beautiful rituals and symbolism and we transmute something and we experience an energy shift. It's exactly the same with miracles and all the vibrations that go with miracles. Transmute doubt and worry and fear so that you can have an energy shift towards receiving and possibility and gratitude and faith, so that you can move forward with faith. So what do you feel? What belief, what circumstance, what situation can you write down and transmute it and let it go so that you can shift your energy towards miracles, towards being aligned to miracles? And they are different for everybody. But there's power in the process of being in awareness, of being very clear and identifying and being in awareness of what exactly is that thing that's preventing miracles in my own life. And I write it down and I burn it and I release it, and I feel the shift in saying that is no longer a part of my vibration, and now in my vibration I am choosing a lightness of being, and I am choosing faith. Faith is such a strong energy for me at the moment, and such a strong vibration, because for me that is the energy that keeps me standing above all else. You know, when there are days and you think, must I still do this? And where must the change occur? Or I just feel like doing something new or something different. Or, that's my vision, that's my dream. What are the next steps for me? And we go through all these feelings. And faith is the one thing that grounds you, that keeps you standing. And then you lean into the emotions. I get the vision of a tree now, very, very high tree, sways in the wind and bends in a storm and opens up in the sunshine, but its roots remain steadfast, like planted. Yes, and that's the beauty for me about life, is that your roots are planted in love and faith and fertile ground, and with the blessing of Mother Earth welcoming you onto this planet. But your branches reaches high and far and wide, and you go with the storms, but you keep on standing. And that is a miracle of life, isn't it? That's the miracle of life. And the higher the tree, the further its shadows reach, and so many others can find comfort in shadow. Well, now that's a topic for another evening. So open up to the vibration of miracles in your own life. Write down, what miracles are you looking forward to receiving? Write down the miracles that you are wanting and needing right now. Write down the miracles that you would like to give to another, miracles that you are standing in for. You can pray for a miracle for someone else, for their highest good. Yes? And we can pray for the miracle of peace and love in the world. So write all of that down and lean into them with absolute faith and love. And then you can do that process where you transmute and release what you feel is holding you back to truly believing that. Purity, Move with forgiveness. Release that which is lowering your vibration and causing you to feel angry and resentful. Release it, and then you move into that space of gratitude, and then you acknowledge and set the intention to be receptive and open to the synchronicities and the coincidence that will now follow. And every day you set that intention, and every day you say thank you for the smallest miracle, and every day you're joyful for the smallest synchronicity and the smallest coincidences. What will happen then? Your eyes are only casted upon miracles and synchronicities, and that becomes all you see. And what happens if it becomes all you see? It just becomes more and more expansive. And you know what's the real miracle? Is you start seeing miracles that are completely unexpected, which is what a miracle is. And you start seeing miracles that you haven't even asked for. And that is where you want to be, because then you know you are in divine flow, divine timing, and divine alignment, because then your life's being guided perfectly. And you know, I always say, and most of you have heard me, that I truly am on the receiving end of miracles all the time. And yes, there are dreams and other miracles that I know is still on its way to me. But the smallest things, the most insignificant things, can be experienced as huge miracles. And then your miracles, the actual miracles, just become bigger and bigger. So I also want to ask you a question. What in your life right now is going good? What in your life right now is a miracle? If you look around you, where are your miracles now? Start seeing miracles every day. Start seeing the smallest blessings in your life as huge miracles. Start following up on the synchronicities. Start moving into that place of divine guidance and divine ideas, and don't be scared to do them or to follow up on them. Yes, we don't know what the outcome is. We don't know always, well, if I do that idea, will it work? Or if I have a meeting with that person, will it be successful? That's not the point. The point is that you're showing up, you're following your intuition, you're following the synchronicity, and from there, reality will unfold as it should to lead you where you need to be so that the miracle can occur. The most important thing is that miracles are activated by the frequencies of unconditional love and forgiveness. Miracles are a sign of spiritual and personal growth. And if we allow ourselves to move into this place of expansion every single day by the smallest things, we open ourselves up to more and more miracles.